Hi everyone, my name is Katie. Welcome to my page Red's Stitchery, and let's chat about cross stitching. I would like to start this video by thanking you all for subscribing, liking, commenting, reaching out for me in DMs, sharing your progresses and all of that. It's truly amazing to have a community where you can share about your favorite hobby. So I just want to say thank you so much. Stitch updates will be the topic of today's video, and I would like to start with my new finishes. I think for 3 stitch updates video now in a row, I've been sharing with you smalls that I've been finishing by designer Oksana Yershova. Earlier this year, she sent me amazing packaging. Well, she and my best stitcher friend, where she gifted me some of her kits, and I've been slowly stitching it. And today I'm presenting to you a broccoli, which was so random, but it's so cute. I also love how the bag on the broccoli, it's this bright yellow-green felt, which is amazing. And so far, probably it's the most beaded mini kit by her I've done. Just a look. I purposely doing it not in focus so you can see all the beads. It's like endless amount in here. I work with only like 2 color of the floss, I think, light green and dark green. 2 main colors of the beads, the green, the gold, and then unique, interesting green beads you see in the middle that, in my opinion, shown amazing the texture of the broccoli. And if you've been watching my previous video, you know that I've been not gluing the back of my finishes because I didn't know what kind of glue to use, because all my glue experience in the past, I didn't quite like the result. Well, I finally did it. I went with the most obvious way. So the girls on Russian Flosstube, at least, they're using glue moment crystal, which I wasn't able to find it here, and I just googled what I can substitute it with, and this was suggested to me. I've seen it in Hobby Lobby many times, but I've never picked it up. I don't know why, I was just ignoring it. I will leave a link down in the description where you can also find my other favorite things that you can find on Amazon cross stitch related, but I really like the tip. So if the felt on the side maybe not got enough glue, I can easily got into that. And I also love how it comes with the needle that already was like attached to the lead, so it's always poking this area, and it's never get dry. So I glued all my smalls that I finished. So I like 3rd way already finished with this glue. I probably will buy more because I finally found a glue that worked great with floss, felt, and plastic. Nothing got melted. It gave me a time to adjust the felt, and then I just press it with my hand, and then I put it under the press. This one I was extra careful because these bigger beads are just too much. So I put it on a carpet, and the beads went into the carpet, and then I put something a little bit heavier on top, and it glued just fine. Like, it's all together. I really like my results. I'm not gonna show you the rest of the finishes because after this stitch updates, I'm going to film summer recap, and that's where we're gonna see all those small finishes already completely finished. But broccoli you haven't seen yet, so I thought I will start this video with the broccoli. And I have one more FFO that I promised you to show in my previous video, and this is a pillow that I made using Mill Hill Kid Summer Cottage. I did it. I made my first pillow, and I am super proud of myself. This, however, was the first and last time ever that I would stitch pillow by hand. I don't know why. Only halfway there, I'm like, I have a sewing machine and I can stitch 4 corners just fine and finish only one end with that invisible stitch. Why I decided to do it by hand, it's a mystery to me. I don't know why I decided to do it by hand. I think, honestly though, the reason was It's that I didn't know how to attach this decorative trim, and I thought if I will connect the Ida with the back fabric, I connected them with Biscuit new stitch, and that way I was able to catch through the floss this trim. But technically you cannot see it anyway. See, it's right there, kinda. You can see all the stitches. This is Biscuit new stitch, and through those stitches I was attaching the trim. But because you cannot see it anyway, might as well to stitch it regular way, and I'm sure it will be the same exact results. Another thing, I wish I would leave more space on the sides, on the bottom, on top, because now it's kind of behind, and I wish I would leave more air in here so all picture would be seen. But overall, I think it's not bad for the first pillow. This is the fabric I use for the backing. I have no idea where I found it, but I do have a huge stash of fabric, even though I don't sew. So I decided to went with this one. It's cute, it's pretty, and I don't know, I like it. I use stuffing for inside. Oh my god, pillows take so much stuffing, but also I did stuff it really good. It's like almost like no empty space left. And you know what else I use? I didn't know what I'm saving those for, but finally I know now what. I'm saving all the floss leftovers that there's nowhere to be used, like the end pieces, and like in the previous video I showed you the dimensions kit I finished, and I told you I'm not gonna save the floss because it's super short. All of those kind of pieces of the floss that there was like no way to use it, I've been saving for, I don't know why, I've just been saving. So I also used that, and I put it somewhere like right here in the middle. It's also great stuffing because the amount of the stuffing I have to use for this pillow was crazy. So I'm like, okay, what else I can put inside? Because otherwise I'm gonna use all my stash, and what if I will be in the mood for a fold pillow next, like what I'm gonna use. So half of it, it's that Syntipon or whatever the name of it stuffing, and half of it, it's the leftovers of the floss. So now I know what I'm saving those leftover of the floss for. They're gonna go in my future pillows, because I might not do them by hand anymore, but I definitely will sew them on the machine, because it was fun. I really like it. I feel like I can decorate the shelf. I really want like more pillows, different sizes around it, and I think it's gonna be very cute. I already have a couple ideas what I want to do next Mill Hill for the fall themed and turn it to the pillow. I think it's gonna be adorable. I do like the trim I picked, but I also would like to hear your opinion. What do you think about this pillow? This is where I was sewing with invisible stitch, and that's when kind of the corner it's not as filled, because I didn't know how. Yeah, it's a learning curve. I still need to learn a lot, but again, I think for the first pillow I did a pretty good job. I'm very proud of myself, but I also would like to hear your opinion. What do you think about my first pillow? I do have a couple starts to show you, so all my progresses we're going to kind of go a little bit faster. This is my first ever Shatter lane. This is miniature dragonfly tile. Love it and hate it right now at the same time, because I thought when I will get to the special stitches, as you can see right here, I will have so much fun. Turns out I'm not. I made mistakes all the time. All the damn time I make those mistakes. And I have to frog each of these elements probably at least 2 times. That's why it's taking me so long, but hey, this side is completely finished and these sides are halfway done. So all I need to do is just keep swimming, keep repeating these special stitches all over the way. Then it's gonna be 1 more crosses need to be done, which is the golden frame around those, and then that's it. Beads and the project is done. Well, today is August 26th, so I'm definitely not going to be able to finish it this summer as I was planning to, but these special stitches really took me so long, especially this one's. I forgot the name of it. Is it Jessica? Maybe. Like the one that are around and the one that's inside is very similar but very different at the same time, and it took me so long to figure it out, and I honestly don't want to stop, and it's probably going to be one of those projects that I'm going to show you more often, because I'm afraid if I'm gonna give myself more time in between, like the last time I picked it up and my next time, I will completely forget how I did it, and then I will not able to match those special stitches. So this is one of those projects that I am keeping in mind. Definitely going to be finished by the end of this year. I'm not setting myself goals anymore because this project takes so much time. Like I can spend entire evening and only one side would be done. Yeah, and I even kind of let myself distracted and did some beads in here just to get distracted, but that's all beads I added since the last time I showed you. The main progress we can see, it's this bottom special stitches, so this bottom part completely done. Again, we have golden frame around it, then beads, 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 and more beads. That's going to be amazing. I love working with the Delica, love working with beads. It's just those special stitches really do learn me to be patient. But here's my progress. Still love this project, still obsessed with it. I absolutely in love with it. Cannot wait to finish it and make a video dedicated just for this project. And let's move on to the next whip that I was able to put an amazing progress on. Excuse me for not ironing it, but I don't have much time and I need to post this video tomorrow. But besides that, look at this. This is Angel of Summer by Lavender and Lace, and I'm finally achieved not only 75% but 80%. 80% of this project is completely done. Just a reminder, I started it in May of this year. That was my restart, and I'm beyond happy that I did a restart and I'm almost to finish. This is amazing. Just in case if you've never seen this project before, I'm gonna show you as a preview on the Saga app. So basically I've done all of this. I'm keeping her skin for the last because I want to try to do her skin in petite. And today, finally, I finished completely her top. So I'm moving on, finishing this bow, and then finally the wings, the endless stitches with white, but it's totally worth it. Look at it. I cannot believe I'm about to finish her. Again, my plan was finish her in the summer. It's not gonna happen. Again, today is August 26th. But I think by the end of September, if I'm really going to keep up with it, I will be able to finish her. And I hope my first experience with the Skin Petite going to go great. Like right here is gonna be her hand. Right here is gonna be her hand. And then right here is her neck is starting. I was also trying to finish this bow today, but I didn't have much time. So I just need to finish this bow, and then the wings. The wings that are gonna take forever, but then finally I can do her hair, some roses also in her hair, and then finally move on to the skin. And then after that, we're not even done because I will have to put lots and lots and lots of beads all over this garland that she's holding, all over at the end of her dress, right here, and then it's going to be finished. So maybe not September, maybe October, let's be realistic. I will be also honest with you, I was kind of thinking maybe put her away till next summer and like finish her in the first couple weeks of summer with that fresh energy, but I'm so close to finish. She's been in my whips for 2 years. Yes, I restarted this year, but before that it was 2 years. So I just want to be done and over with, and I cannot wait to start another project by Lavender and Lace, and I don't want to have them more than one in my rotation. So I think slowly, little by little, I'll just continue moving on, and finally, hopefully by the end of the year, this is gonna be another big finish. I cannot believe 80, I even think it's like 82% is done. You don't need to stitch skin with petite, but I want to, because I do have in my future plans lots of mirabilias, and I need to decide for myself, is it worth it? Do I want to do it? Because I see other teachers doing it and it looks absolutely amazing, but I just like need to know for myself, is it my thing? Do I really need it? Do I really want it? Or can I just relax and stitch as designer suggested, which is a regular crosses, not petite. I also did some back stitching. You can see the gold also goes right here, so sparkling. Anyway, 82% is done. I am amazed. I am absolutely amazed and super proud of myself. And you know what's cool? This very light pink color, the number is 819, and today I finally finished that color. That's it. This color is no longer repeating in this project. There's going to be a couple stitches in pink in her hair because she has also roses in there, but it's going to be different pinks. The most amount of stitches in this project was done by color 819. I think there's around 8,000 stitches just with that color, and finally it's completely done. It's out of this project, and that just like tells me how close I am to finish this project. So hopefully my energy will be okay. I will want to keep working on it, and hopefully we will see a finish by the end of this year. And now I have 2 starts. I know I cannot stop. I have over like 35 whips right now. I don't know what is happening, but I just want to start new projects. So I'm letting I'm like, Katie, go for it. Yes, I did show you this start before, but in the previous video I shared with you that I start stitching it with the 3 floss as chart tells you to do. But you need to stitch with 3 floss only because of the fabric that comes in a kit. Just in case if you haven't ever seen this kit or you skipped my previous videos, this is the original fabric that comes in a kit, and it's one of those that it's already printed, and by watching a review of others, I didn't want to stitch in it. First of all, I didn't like the colors, like this very fluorescent green looks nothing like on a preview. And then again, by watching others who had an experience with stitching on a fabric this type, they were super unhappy. It never looks pretty, the crosses never looks even, and it's more irritating than motivating. So I knew from day one I do not want to stitch on this type of fabric. And that's why I'm so happy I met Nina. Nina, if you're watching, hi to you. She is super talented. If you're not subscribed to her Instagram yet, I highly recommend it. For 2 reasons. Well, for 3. First of all, she's super talented. Second of all, you can purchase this type of fabrics from her. She has an amazing selection of printed canvases. And again, look at this one. This one looks just like on a preview, just like it should be. I believe this is Murano, so it's even weave, 27th count. And when I showed you this start before, again, I start stitching it in the 3 flosses, and I'm like, why do I stitch in 3 flosses? I don't need it. Because this fabric, look how big it is. It's in its 27th count. This one is way bigger by this much, and because of this type of fabric and this project, I would have to stitch with 3 flosses, but I don't. So I completely frogged everything that I started before, and I did a restart using 2 flosses, and I am obsessed. In my opinion, it looks very pretty. I'm truly enjoying it. So I started with this flower right here, a little bit move on to this one right here, and just grabbing the color, moving with that, finishing the color, and so on and so on. I did put in a frame. She sends a very step-by-step guidance, instruction, recommendations how to use the fabric. She does recommend not to use hoop because fabric can get damaged. So I'm using the frame. Works great, looks great. Cannot wait to stitch more. Cannot wait to get to the bird, but I think I'm gonna keep the bird for the last, and just slowly keeping stitching the flowers. I will see if I will pick it up anytime soon for more progress. I will pick it up maybe in the fall. If not, I will take it off the frame, fold it very carefully, and put it away till next spring. But the goal for this year was just to start it, and it's achieved. So super happy about it. So here is my start. Not much to show, but I just want to say hi to Nina one more time and tell you all to move to her page. Oh, and I forgot to tell you the reason number 3. You can buy from her a Saga charts for your projects. So if you're using Saga app, just like me, I bought from her so many dimensions Saga. So all you need to do, reach out to her in the comments, oh, I'm sorry, in DM on Instagram, send her a picture to prove that you have an original kit, and then she will tell you how much, all of that, payments, and then you're going to have a Saga file for Dimensions kits, and that's amazing. I love Dimensions kits. Some charts are okay, some are not, but Saga just helps me to speed up the progress. And as I said before, for me, stitching faster does mean a lot because I have a huge collection. The faster I stitch, it means the faster I can start another project, and it's fun for me. So that's why I definitely 100% stitch all of my projects. Well, I would say like 99% of them with Saga. So here is my start, and let's move on to the start number 2. If you watched my previous video, there's no surprise. I started this project. Ali, if you're watching again, thank you so much for making my dream come true. She gifted me this chart and charms kit, which is literally all you get. It's just chart and charms. Doesn't have a preview. I will enter the picture, but this is Alluring Sorceress, but that's not the name I'm using. Her code name is Yennefer, because I'm listening right now The Witcher, and I'm obsessed with that book, with the series, with cross-stitching. It just goes great together. Highly recommend it. And for me, this is Yennefer. So I've started it. Oh my goodness. Literally same day when I filmed that video, I went to 123 Stitch. I'm like, okay, I need to order a black Ida. And then I'm like, Katie, wait, let's use what we have in stash. So I dig in my stash, found some Ida that would be a perfect size. This is 14 count Ida, and I think originally was like light blue. I rarely use Ida for any of my projects, so I just went to my kitchen, pick up some black dye for the fabric, and colored it myself. So I saved myself like, what, $16? Because the cut for this project needs to be big. I've started it from the very bottom, so I usually start with the middle, but I kind of want to wait for Yennefer. I, for some reasons, really wanted to start with this bottom part, which is unusual for me, but anyway, I found a middle, and I've decided I will achieve either 10% or I'm going to get to the point where her dress starts, and I just want to work on the ground first. Guess what? When I got here, it was 10%, and I achieved the moment when her dress starts, or her skirt, or her cape, one of those. So 10% is ready. It's not a small project, it's pretty big, and as you can see, the crystals are sparkling, and it's because you do need to use Krennic 001 HL for this crystals. Usually I'm all for Krennic. I love Krennic. I like sparkling. I like the beads in my cross stitching. Maybe not much in real life, like I don't wear much bling in real life, but in my cross stitching, more beads, more Krennic, absolutely love it. But Krennic HL, I don't have patience for it. It doesn't lay the way I want it to lay. It's like to snap, it likes to split. I don't know if you will see it, but yeah, right here, you see? It's not an easy one to work with. So just in case, I also digged out 001, but regular blended filament, and you can see the difference. HL, it's flat. It's very, very flat. See? Right here, it's flat. Where blended filament, it's a regular round floss. So just in case, I dig this one out, but I kind of found my way to work with this one because I'm like, I have it in my stash. What's the point of having it in my stash if I don't use it? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to just push it through. I'm going to use it. And I always remind myself every time I'm very picky on some kind of small part that I don't like, that this is just a small part of the bigger project. And of course, the pretty project at the end is just a bunch of those small parts. So I'm still working on them, trying to get them as to the point that I'm okay at least with them, or if I cannot get to the perfection. But I didn't want to waste too much time. I didn't want to be too concentrated. So in the chart, you need to use 2 flosses of DMC and 2 flosses of this HL. So what I did, I started with this crystal right here. This two first, like I think 3 rows where it looks like madness. This is just like the chart tells me to do. Then I switched to 2 flosses of DMC and just 1 HL. Then I tried it with blending filament, and then I finally move on and decided the one that's going to work for me, it's 2 flosses of DMC and only 1 floss of this 001 HL. The reason why I decided to go with HL, well, first of all, I really want to use my stash. Second of all, right here, I did try it with blending filament and you can barely see it. And I understood why designer to want us to use the HL. It's for that extra sparkle, for extra noticing those crystals. I think like right here, the back stitching is not done yet and you can really see the sparkle, where this couple rows, barely any sparkle is done. And then back stitching, like right here, right there, also done with that HL, and back stitching with HL I like because it's thick, even though you're using just 1 string, because again, it's a flat floss. See? So I was kind of like adjusting for a minute over here. I found my way. So if you're also going to start this project, also see whatever comfortable for you, but I found my comfortable spot with 2 strings of floss of DMC and just 1 of that HL Krennic. Also, it's Black Ida, and I think from video to video I tell you that's not my favorite. It's still not. It's still very hard for my eyes, but I kind of found my way. Also was so inspired, was so happy to start her. It wasn't really an issue for me. I just knew I have to start her as soon as possible. Finally got to that yummy bright colors over here. Super excited to keep working on it. I think she's definitely going to go in the fall season with me because she's dramatic, dark colors, that purplish blue colors. Fall, right? So I think this year I am not ready to put her away yet, and she's going to be stitched at least a couple more times for sure. Like I was so into the moment I didn't finish this floss. I truly enjoyed it. I'm just debating, should I move the hoop and just do the ground first, because over here it's actually, I think, easier because there's lots of half stitch will be done, or the hoop is very comfortable. Should I just go ahead and move on to her dress, because why keep moving the hoop? We'll see. Whatever next time I'm gonna pick up this project, whatever my inspiration tells me to do, I'm going to listen it, and that's what I'm gonna do, I guess. Then right now I'm not gonna make any decisions about it. And on this beautiful note, this was all my stitcher updates so far. I'm probably gonna see you next week with my summer recap. Summer is over, can I believe it? I didn't do much stitching, I feel like, this summer. So for me personally, it's going to be very fun to do stitchy summer recap just to see what I've done during the summer, because in my head I barely stitched like at all. Like in my head I barely done any stitching, so it'll be fun to rewatch my own videos, rewatch my own summer plans videos to see if I have achieved any of them like at all. I know I did some starts that I didn't plan on, like Yennefer, for example, and that definitely took some of my time. I spent most of my time on stitching the Angel of Summer because I really do want to have her as a finish. So it will be fun, at least for me, and I hope for you too. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate you, and I will see you very soon. Bye.